Welcome to Chats with Nasreen and Rita, and to our video series, How to Ask for a Raise and Help to Get It. And today we have a tip number 5, which is focus on why you deserve the raise. So Nasreen, what do you think about our topic today?
Yeah, it sounds interesting. I believe some people, when they ask for a raise, they go to their boss and ask for a raise. They ask for a raise because they need it, maybe because of economic condition, or because a particular situation or personal situation that they are passing through it. I still, what I want to say is, people need more money. They don't look that they deserve the money, but they need the money. Am I right?
Now I understand. In other words, they're going to ask for a raise based on the fact that they need more money. They have higher expenses.
Yes.
Okay.
Higher expenses.
Exactly. And so they feel they need a raise. So that's not a good reason to go to your boss and ask for a raise, because that's not his business. You know, your personal finances are not his business. Your boss is going to give you a raise based on the performance that you have given to the company. It comes down to that. Otherwise, they would do what they call an adjustment of cost living costs. They give that to a whole group.
The whole group, not
to one person. They're not going to single out one person because you happen to have more financial need than somebody else.
So this means that to be more special, I have to convince my boss that I deserve the raise because I perform well.
Right, you should be asking the boss to give you a raise based on your performance, because you perform well. So what we're trying to say here is that you need to convince your boss that your performance deserves a raise. And that means that basically you're saying to your boss, you know, I add value to the company. This is what I'm adding to the company. Therefore, if your boss thinks that it's true that you're adding value, then he's not going to want you to leave. Because if he doesn't give you a raise, you might very well go to another company, in which case you're taking added value away from the company that you're in.
And meaning I should not bring any personal issues when I ask for a raise, and I let the quality of my work to speak about itself.
Yeah, I would say that you should never bring any personal issues up with your boss, period, but definitely not anything having to do with your finances. That, you know, you're not asking for charity, you're not asking him to give you something because you need it. You're asking him to give you a raise because you deserve it, because your work deserves it.
Now, if I'm not discussing any personal issues, what do I discuss with my boss?
You're going to discuss basically your personal performance and why you deserve a raise. That's the focus.
Okay, so I know that is the focus. What should I focus on exactly?
You should focus on putting together what I call a document of contributions. And that means that you make up a list of the things that you have done that you feel are of an advantage to the company. Things that you have done where you've added value to what the company is able to do.
It sounds like I am creating a resume. A resume?
Resume, right.
It sounds like I'm creating a resume of what I've accomplished. What type of information should I mention exactly?
Okay, and so you could put in there training certificates, or it could be something that you've done outside of the office, or outside of the company, to help you, whether it's a seminar you've attended. It could be letters from a client in terms of how you help solve a problem. It could be just about anything that you've done, because what you're trying to do here is build a case, right? So you want documentation for that case. And so it could be committees that you've worked on, projects that you've worked on, your contributions to maybe the team in terms of specific things that you helped with. Anything of the kind that will show what you were able to do, what you've done. That's added value.
Now, I want to ask, what if the employee is underpaid, meaning the company is giving the employee a salary that is not matching the market, maybe under the less than the market price,
right?
Or other companies are giving higher salary in the same position.
Okay, so if that's the case, then definitely you need to build a case for in your favor, and you need to present it to your boss, and you need to make sure that you really have done research, that you can quote, what other companies are paying in the market. Because unless you have data, you're not going to really be able to convince your boss. So the data collection is very important here.
Okay. Now I get it. Now I have to collect data. I have to prove that I deserve the raise because I perform well. I think this is not something that easy to convince my boss.
Well, yes, and most people, really don't want to go into a boss's office and ask for a raise. It's very uncomfortable. But our next tip is going to help you learn how to talk to your boss during this kind of meeting.
Sounds great.
Yeah, it will. It'll help you.
Thank you for joining us at Chat with Rita and Nasreen. Please continue to follow our series How to Ask for a Raise so that you can get it. And make sure that you subscribe on our social media channels, Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Thank you and have a good day.
Thank you for being with us today with Chat with Rita and Nasreen, and we look forward to seeing you for our next video, and we want you to subscribe to our social media pages. Thank you.
When you're ready, tell me.
Okay. I'm ready.
I'm not. Okay. يلا بينا. لا. I'll put yours.
No. You can always use it sometime.